the Tristan Law Show. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Tristan Law, semi-retired pro wrestler. Today, I'm your host, Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson is not underperforming. I think that WWE is possibly struggling with how to advance flamboyant, comedy-adjacent male characters once they get over. I have to admit, I was hating on Jess. And I can say that Kit Wilson, he's a little bit over. He's popular with the fans. This ceiling, though, it's not going to be this episode is going to be about creative ceilings, and it's going to be about talent. But you know, it's Monday, so I am not here alone. I'm here with my good friend Jess the Yapton. Jess, what's going on?
Hello, my little kitties. Welcome to the Yapton's chair in the Yapton's quarters.
What's up, Jess?
Thank you. Hello, my little yappers. I am back. It is Monday.
Do you know what happens in 68 days?
Hold on. 68 days. 68 days. That's April. We are on the road to WrestleMania.
I felt that everybody got their Super Bowl last night, but my Super Bowl, because I only watch real sports like wrestling. My Super Bowl starts in 68 days. Can't wait. Jess and I are going to be bringing you lots of content. I'm going to be bringing you lots of content. We're going to be having other people here bringing you lots of content, talking and getting you ready for WrestleMania. But you know what? We're talking about Kit Wilson today. Whether you're watching live or on demand, it's fully interactive. I want to hear from you. Chris Gallegos is already in the chat. What's going on, Chris?
Hello, my yappers, my little yappies, the new yappies around there. Welcome to the Tristan Law Show.
Thank you so much for joining us today. So the real question I'm asking today is that why isn't he pushed? Why isn't Kit Wilson pushed? It's why WWE still freezes when a character gets over in a way that they didn't design.
Which is so odd. Because let me ask you this, Trish.
Ask me.
Do you think Vince McMahon had a problem putting HBK over? Because that's what I'm seeing on the TV right now. It's like the 2026 version of HBK.
I don't think that Kit Wilson is like HBK. HBK broke apart from the Rockers with Marty Jannetty, and he was serious out the gate. And the problem with Kit Wilson is that when he broke up with his partner, it was like he wasn't really serious. It's like, oh, now he's out here and he's talking about male masculinity and, you know, toxic masculinity.
I disagree.
And all these other things. So tell me.
I disagree. I'm about to say I disagree with everything that was going on with the tag team division. We all know there's a lot of commotion and calamities going on. Actually, there were times on SmackDown where Kit Wilson, when he was hurt, he did come out and he did, express that, y'all have overlooked us. You're not even thinking about us anymore. Like all y'all want is the big brutes and big bodies and the lotioned up dogs and rough men. Y'all don't like sexy no more. I'm here to bring sexy back. So this is why we have Kit Wilson. He's going to bring the women back. I'm telling you. Everyone's going to love him.
I'm going to say something out the gate.
Go ahead.
And one of the things that I said about I've mentioned this before here on the show, Ilya Dragunov. It's like, I feel like Ilya Dragunov, his ceiling is only so high because it's like, what's his gimmick, right? It's like, it's like, in order for you to be somebody on top, you need to have some kind of character that people could attach to. And Kit Wilson, he's a man who weaponizes confidence in a world that only respects toughness. He's flamboyant.
Weaponized?
Yeah.
Weaponized? I don't think that's a good word.
But
that's why I said bring sexy back. The more, like you said, more softer touch of a man.
But he's confident.
Yes, very much. Absolutely confident. But I want to say weaponize it. Like, I think it's more so showing a different side of the man. Like, it's not just big bodies, big Bruce and stuff. Sometimes some women like it a little more sexy, a little more softer. You can still be a man and be sexy. Prince did it. I'm just saying, Prince did it all the time.
But I feel that if he's catering to just women, though, I think that's a small part of the demographic. I think that the biggest part of the demographic is children and then parents. You know, because the parents got to bring the children, and they're bringing more than one. Like if you and I just go, we're not bringing kids, we're just going by ourselves. But if we're bringing kids, we're bringing multiple kids, and they got friends, and they all got friends. All y'all parents better send y'all with money.
Facts, but not all. But I think, if I could put it this way, it shows kids that there are different types of mans instead of the big brutes of Bronson Reed and Brock Lesnar. There are many forms of man. Yeah, you got the big bodies and the six packs and the big dogs and the ruffians and all of that. But then there are some dudes that, you know, they enjoy the soft life. You know, if y'all don't know what the soft life, that's the bubble baths and the skincare, the pedicures, the manicures. Because yes, I am a woman who believes that it is okay for a man to go get a medi-pedi. It is. It's okay. I don't have a problem with it. I feel like self-care is the best care. And it's, you know, it's okay to be who you are. You know, it's not gay to take care of yourself. It's not toxic to want to take care of yourself. That's all. That's what I see when I see Kit Wilson, you know, a man who wants to take care of himself fully.
When I see Kit Wilson, and I don't know why he's walking around with a pearl necklace on.
I need two of them. I need two of those. Okay. I was like, that's a bad necklace.
I think
I mean, what's the difference between that and Oba's donut holes?
One is sweet and one is salty. I don't know. But when I look at Kit Wilson, right, looking at Kit Wilson right now, I see somebody that is emotionally self-aware. He knows how to make people feel uncomfortable. And speaking about masculinity, Kit talks about toxic masculinity. When it comes to masculinity as a whole, I don't think that Kit Wilson rejects it. I think that he redefines it. Like you said, it's not weird for a man to want to take care of himself. He refuses to perform anger, grit, or fake stoicism just to be taken seriously. Instead, what he does is he leans into, like I said, his confidence, his arrogance, his beauty, and his control.
I like that. That's a good depiction of our boy.
Thank you. Your boy, not my boy.
Think about
your
these
boy.
things.
He's your boy, not my boy.
Whatever. But I mean, it just. I guess we could. If you just had a picture of two different men, because remember the beef. We say, okay. Remember, Obafemi came out on him for SmackDown and called him toxic. Why call this man toxic? Why? It's because he's got big muscles, or what? Like, what makes? I guess that's the real question of the day. What is Kit Wilson's definition of toxic?
That's a good question.
Honestly, like when he says toxic, he looks there and he's pointing to Obafemi. He's pointing to Matt Cardona. You know what I'm saying? And what do those type of dudes represent?
Over masculinity, strength, the traditional. Oh, I'm a tough guy because I can walk around, I can lift up heavy things and put them down.
Okay. So I guess you're a fool. I don't know. I just got to repeat it. Kit is just, he's that guy that, you would have thought would have played football, but you know what? He decided to go for soccer.
Nah, I think he played golf.
Yeah, okay, maybe golf, or, something that's a little more his speed, where it takes tennis. He gives tennis. Those guys like to take care of them themselves.
He's curling. He likes to curl.
Hey, hold up now. Hold on. We're not going to go for that. We are in Olympic season. I just saw curling.
Yo, curling is fire.
The Olympics.
Curling's fire.
Oh, man. I was like, wow. When
I look at Kit Wilson's gimmick, right? And I'm looking at his gimmick, I don't think that he's insecure. He's saying his gimmick is that he's not insecure. He's saying that the other people are. He's saying that he's not soft. He's deliberate. He's not joking. He's mocking the idea that strength has only one look. When opponents laugh at him, he lets them. When the crowd underestimate him, he feeds on it. And when he wins, if he wins, has he ever won? It exposes the lie that dominance has to look brutal. You see, let's give the chat a little bit of love. Oh, we got somebody from the UK in here.
Hey, UK.
Jess, it is like late in the UK right now. This person here should be in bed. And they
or maybe not. Who knows?
That's true. Let me see what time it is in the UK. Let's
shouldn't be that late.
No, it's late.
It's late. Be like, what is it?
Oh, it's 5:13 in the afternoon.
I was like, it shouldn't be that late.
Oh. Okay, well, you know what? Thank you for watching live. I know that you've probably had a long day. Us here on the East Coast in America, we're getting ready to start our day. It's about lunchtime here, and we're glad that you can join us. Let's go through the chat real quick. We got Stu here. What's going on, Stu?
Hey, Stu. What's going on, brother?
Stu says that Santino was the finalist. So let me give a little bit more substance to what Stu's about to say and what everybody's saying. Right now, if you've got a survey going on, and the survey says, does comedy hold wrestlers back in WWE? And right now, 67% of the audience says no if it's booked right. Followed by, there's a two-way tie between yes, it creates a ceiling, and only for certain characters. Some people, nobody is voted for, not at all. So, okay, so Stu says that Santino was a finalist in the Elimination Chamber and the Royal Rumble. Heath Slater's "I got kids" gimmick got extremely over to a tag title win. Comedy wrestling can be money if done right. What do you feel about that, Jess?
I agree, because this is why we still have Alpha Academy. This is why R-Truth, even though, you know, they talk a bunch of stuff about R-Truth, this is why we still have R-Truth. I think, again, I'm on the team of, you know, as long as it's booked right, as long as it makes sense, as long as it's not derogatory of the character that's doing the comedy, I think it's wonderful. Because I mean, you got to break up all that violence. You got, like Kit Wilson said, you got to break up all that chaos and that masculinity and all of that. You got to break it up. You got to give something a little more softer, which is fun, funny, happy. You know, to break it up. I think it's just to ease the tension of the room and stuff like that, just to break things up.
I'll say this: I am not a fan of just comedy wrestlers. The reason why I'm not a fan of just comedy wrestlers, because you have to be serious sometime, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you saw Obafemi in the ring with somebody like Kit Wilson on just as recent as SmackDown. And the question that I ask myself is, you know Kit Wilson's not going to win. But you know, on any given Sunday, the worst team in the NFL can beat the best team in the NFL. I'm not a football guy, because like I said, I only watch real sports like wrestling. But last night, based on from what I understand, and I didn't watch the Super Bowl, I did watch the halftime show. I didn't expect the Patriots to lose, because I know that the Patriots are a winning team. I don't know. Maybe they're not a winning team. I don't know, but Kit Wilson could have won on SmackDown.
The way they played last night, you would be like, what the hell? The way they played, that was terrible. Everybody say, those who do watch football, bro, y'all saw what I saw. It should have, that was a Thursday night football game. That wasn't no damn Super Bowl. That was a normal game. We could have had the Ravens in there for all of that.
So we got our friend from the UK. Let me try to pronounce the screen name that he has, or they have. I can't see the picture if it's a male or female. But it's that's gonna be weird. So it's Ugha. So we're gonna say Ugha. It's UGH HUH.
No offense.
UGH,
no offense. I hope
HUH.
There's no offensiveness to that, sir.
What when whoever, I go Ugha?
Well, whoever this person is, they could find offense that you can't pronounce their name, like I did when Drewski could not pronounce Najigba's last name. His name is Jackson Smith Najigba.
Who?
He called him, and Drewski said,
Najigba. Who's Najigba?
No, Jackson Smith Najigba is believe he's the wide receiver of the Seahawks.
Fake sports.
Sure. Anyway,
fake sports.
The point of the matter is that Drewski mispronounced his name and used the N-word in the middle of the NFL honors. There's a time and place for everything.
Okay. So Ugha said, hello from the UK. Glad to catch you live. Recently found your channel. All the love.
Thank you.
Stu is welcoming him. Ugha. We're going to call him Ugha. Ugh, because I can't be like, I feel like I'm grunting like, ugh, 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 ugh.
Sound like a cartoon character, dude.
It does. It sounds like when Obafemi comes out. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Jess is not messaging me today. He says it's not too late. It's about 5 p.m. in the UK. Ugga also says that wrestling is like a movie. A great wrestling show should feature all kinds of emotions and characters.
Amen.
I like that.
Amen.
And I think that's why I can't connect to AEW, because I feel like there's not enough going on. Don't get it wrong. Like, God forbid a wrestling show does a wrestling show. But we have been conditioned to understand that we need that entertainment factor as well too, which is why they put on Bad Bunny doing the halftime show, because it's a little bit more than football.
And I say that's why WWE has celebrities every year, because remember, the E in WWE means entertainment. Now, again,
I thought it meant eatery.
Means all elite wrestling. So I was like, that's why I don't find it as entertaining, because there's nothing really funny about it. This is pure wrestling, and I ain't got no problem with that. It's wrestling.
Stu says the Patriots shouldn't have been there, and he also says that no, Jess, LOL, Steelers all day. He's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Sorry, I'm about to say sometimes delusional's going to delude every time.
So you don't like the Steelers? You don't like Pittsburgh? You got a problem with Pittsburgh? Our boy Stu's from Pittsburgh.
And this is Raven Nation over here. Sorry.
So you know what? Take the time, Jess, because I don't like talk. I don't know nothing about fake sports. I don't talk about wrestling. So you know what? You explain to Stu what's going on. Go ahead. You forgot the floor.
I don't have to. Listen, I ain't even got to explain. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. Like, I just said it was Raven Nation. The Steelers know what's up with the Ravens, bro. It's all love until the day we see each other on that field. It's not so fun anymore, is it, Stu?
Is there some kind of rivalry there?
Oh, big one. It's like the Redskins versus the Cowboys, man. It's the Ravens versus the Steelers, the Eagles versus everybody else. It's one of those rivalries that you're like, bruh.
The only rivalry I know and understand,
okay, here you go,
is Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns.
It's Seth Rollins versus everybody else who's not.
I'm not sorry, not Seth Rollins. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns.
Which is going to be good.
I did a hell of an episode on that. I did an episode breaking down minute by minute, moment by moment, and if you missed it, check it out. But today we're talking about Obafemi. Thank you so much for everybody being here.
We're brought up Obafemi. We're really talking about Kid.
Did I say Obafemi?
Yeah, you said.
Damn, they all look alike. My bad.
They all look alike. What?
We got another person in the chat. Moneyman5179. What's going on?
Hey, Moneyman.
Moneyman says the ruler will be the new face of the company. Kit Wilson looks like angry face. Miz may just be the GOAT. He thinks the Miz is the GOAT.
See, somebody understands me. Somebody that gets me.
I know what happened.
Like Wade gets me. Everybody gets me. Like, bruh, we really should give him his credit. Give him his flowers. I'm not telling y'all that he's the greatest of all time, but Jesus Christ, he's damn near. He's a little GOAT. Look, he's a Billy.
If the Miz wants flowers, right, for his hard work, I'm going to give him his flowers for the Marine, Christmas Bounty, the Marine 4, the Marine 6, the Marine 5. I think he deserves his flowers for that. But for, in the ring, I don't know. Stu says that Moneyman5179 is your burner account. So is that what you're doing sitting right there, Jess? You are messaging saying that the Miz is the greatest?
I didn't say that. Wait a minute. Hold on, my phone is right here.
Oh, now.
Did you see?
Yeah, right. Your phone is right there. Stu, thank you for pointing that out.
Your phone is right here.
Maria says that Chris, what does, please tell me, what are we going to talk about other things than Trash Wilson? Who's Trash Wilson? Oh, Kit Wilson. Oh, yeah. What's up, Maria?
You haven't even, how you going to say the man is trash when he hasn't even done nothing yet?
That's the point.
All we have seen him do is walk his well, see, I mean, I find him very attractive.
Do you?
I'm like, he coming down there switching, doing his little Kit Wilson, doing his little pelvic thrust and hip on. Look at this fool. Then the little hip dances, stuff like that. Again, really reminds me of Shawn Michaels.
Let me ask you a question then. You could only choose one.
Don't do this.
Because
I'm not saying it doesn't matter because the answer is going to be Trick Williams.
I thought he was going to say Obafemi.
I mean, I like both, but
ooh, hey Oba and Trick, if you are watching, hey, look.
Hell no, don't you call Trick Williams over there because Lash right behind him. And right now,
you tall too. You can fight. You can beat up Lash. You can beat up Lash.
No, the hell I cannot.
Holla her just the after.
Not yet. That girl got a soccer punch of that punch that she got going on. That lash extension. Shh.
Maria says that she would rather ride or die for the Miz rather than want anything to do with Trash Wilson.
It's crazy, man. Y'all have not given this man a chance because I mean, we're so used to him with Pretty Deadly, and when he was with Pretty Deadly as a tag team. They really was good. They worked well together, like peanut butter and jelly. Like they worked really well. Like AJ Styles and Dragon Lee was together, they worked well. They was good. They were good. But sometimes, sometimes I feel like the tag team division it can only get you so far. This is why a lot of people are breaking up and stuff. That's why Koba, he's gone. A lot of people are gone now as far as the tag team division. And who knows where his tag partner is.
His tag partner's got a serious neck injury. Neck injury, yeah. Serious neck injury. So he's a part of that neck injury, and Piper and Kevin Owens and stuff. Yeah. So I want to pray for him. I hope definitely. He's able to recover. I really do. I think that when we're looking at Kit Wilson, though, and hey guys, thank you so much for watching live and commenting and everything else like that. But when you're looking at Obafemi, golly, I got Obafemi on the brain. Looking at Kit Wilson, his people are responding to him, right? The response is consistent. The character is clear the second he walks out what he is. When you see Kit Wilson walks out, it's no like, I wonder what he is. You know what Kit Wilson is, right? He has the timing, the cadence, the confidence, and all that I don't think is accidental. I think he understands the presentation. It's not just moves for him. And the thing that I'm looking at, right, there's a difference between, like I said, I don't like the whole comedy wrestling thing. There's a difference between a wrestler just being funny, and there's one where they're using comedy as control. Use the comedy as the control to try to win something, right? You can't just come out there and just be funny. Like for me, that just doesn't work.
He's only been out like twice. Maybe I think this may be his third or fourth promo so far. Actually, since becoming Kit Wilson, the solo wrestler. We haven't even given the man a chance.
Okay, maybe I'll give him a chance. Maybe I'll give him a chance. So Obafemi come out there.
I feel like we should give him a chance. And stuff, and I was like, I feel like maybe not challenge Oba yet, but I do like this idea of either A, have a rivalry with him and Matt Cardona, or B, we have this whole yin and yang thing where it's Kit Wilson and Matt Cardona.
I think that the issue though, right, is that he needs that big win for somebody to say, "Oh wow, like, okay, you serious?" I remember Barry Horowitz, right, back in the '90s. He was an enhancement talent, right? He wasn't like a top card, a mid card. You'd see him on WWF Superstars Wrestling, and let me tell you, Barry Horowitz, he used to lose every single week on WWF Superstars. Every Saturday or Sunday when I would watch, they would beat the brakes off of him. But one day he won. I was like, you know what? He was the man to me. I met him at a seminar a couple years ago when I was still wrestling actively, and they always say, "Don't meet your heroes. Don't meet your heroes." He's not who I wanted him to be.
I have that fear. I have that fear.
Yeah,
I do.
I'm afraid to meet. I'm
So
really
bad.
afraid to meet Triple H. Really afraid to meet Triple H. He may not be that guy.
Yeah,
But
he doesn't seem like he's that guy. He's probably, I'm not going to say he's rude, but he just gives that persona. He'll just give you that look and say, yeah, okay, shake your hand and then walk away.
that's it. Let's take a look at Pretty Deadly, right? Pretty Deadly, obviously, is pretty important in this whole entire thing because that's where Kit Wilson, got his start, obviously, and I hope that his partner gets healed up and comes back. But, here's what worked, right? When you're looking at Pretty Deadly's gimmick and the thing that, one of the most important things about wrestling, and I wish I understood this when I first started, right? When you come out the curtain, somebody has to go, I get that. That's why pro wrestling worked so well in the 90s, Jess, when everybody had a job. You look and you go, that's the pig farmer. That's the guy that takes people to the graveyard. That's the clown from the circus. So that's why it's so much easier to have that emotional connection. And I think with Pretty Deadly, you were able to look at them as the flamboyant, fashion-forward, heel tag team built on arrogance, vanity, and total self-awareness. Their gimmick uses confidence and camp as weapons and not jokes. There's nothing funny about them, right? They expect attention, they look down on opponents, and mock traditional wrestling masculinity through exaggerated styles and poses. They're like
that. That's a good one. Again, it's no different than Shawn Michaels. I'm telling you.
But Shawn Michaels has always felt like a tough guy, though. He came out there. Shawn Michaels felt like a tough guy
for a moment, but the gyrating, like if you, I'm about to say it's two different eyes because you are a semi retired pro wrestler. So of course it's going to look different from your eyes, but as the perspective of somebody who was watching it on TV and you saw him and the first thing he does is what? The pelvic thrust, and then he does the walk, right, and the heart pumping chest and things like that. Come on now. So it's like, and like you said, it's like it gives a different sight or remembering a different side of the man. Not everyone is a big brute. Not everybody does the big brute thing. Some people are just feminine. Well, I don't want to say feminine. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say soft, but like you said, flamboyant, but still a man. Still still a man, still know what to do to get the women's attention. Again, it's like Prince wrestlers. If Prince was on this earth right now and become a wrestler, it's Kit Wilson.
Looking at the comments, there's another show going on in the comments, and we appreciate you guys keeping
y'all
the
over
chat
there
going
having
on.
a whole different show.
Oh yeah, there's a whole different show going on in the comments. People are talking about other things, but you know what? Hey, look, sometimes there's side conversations happening in the chat.
Sometimes.
Most times. And, that's great, but everybody's still on, some people are still on topic. That's great, but let's see. There's one comment that I wanted to read, and it was Stu. Stu says, I feel like Jess is comparing the look, not the gimmick. I get it, but just a bit different.
I mean, as far as gimmicks are concerned, I haven't seen I don't even think there's been one. I mean, you've been watching wrestling a little longer than I have, but I don't even think there's been anybody as far as a character like Kit Wilson. Yes, like Stu said, I'm thinking of the look and the poses and the mannerisms. That's the word.
There's been characters like Kit, Chuck and Billy. If you don't remember, girl, Chuck and Billy. This is before the world said, oh, when the world was still closed-minded. Mm-hmm. And what happened was that Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo, two men, wrestlers, they never said that they were LGBTQ. And forgive me if I use the wrong terms, anybody, and offend you. I'm not trying to offend you. But they were LGBTQ people. And what happened was that they never really were LGBTQ. It was assumed. And what happened was that they got married on TV. Married.
Uh-huh.
And they had
I've seen that clip before.
They had a manager with them who was very flamboyant. So they've done things like this. Goldust, Cody Rhodes' older brother, Dustin, You know, he had an ambiguous character where it was like, you know, he just might. I remember going in elementary school, people hating Goldust because it's like, oh, Goldust is gay. I'm like, well, at that point, at my young age, I'm like, why does it matter? He's wrestling. He's not trying to kiss you. Why does it matter?
It's crazy how they be like that. I'm like, so that's gay, but Bugs Bunny used to, you know what?
True.
Not even going there.
But she ain't lying though. She ain't lying. She's not lying. You know, in modern WWE though, comedy, I think comedy still equals safe. I don't think it equals serious. You know,
I mean, okay, I see where you're going. Okay, go ahead.
I think that funny equals trusted on TV, like R-Truth, Otis, but funny doesn't equal trusted in the stakes. You know, comedy characters, I think they rarely get momentum wins. You got people like R-Truth, you got people like Carmella, you know, you got Gilbert, you've got, you know, people like Santino, you've got people like Otis, and this is the one that makes me the most upset. Otis was the 2020 Men's Money in the Bank winner, and nobody talks about that because he's running around gyrating and doing all kinds of foolishness with the Alpha Academy.
No one talks about the Drew win either. A lot of people, I mean, I don't want to sit there and, you know, say, oh, all of it is just on Otis. I feel like people don't really talk about the 2020 run of WWE as much at all because, I mean, the world was shut down and it just, you know, it felt like they were just putting things together so they could just have something on TV.
I think that maybe there's just a little bit too much pain and despair for people during that time, during the pandemic. You know, they were looking for other forms of entertainment and we found it. But
go ahead. I had a thought.
When you're looking at people like Otis, right? People like Carmella and R-Truth, you know, R-Truth running around in a lace front wig. You know, they exist just to fill time, not to move stories. That's sad. What you got, Jess?
I was going back to Otis a little bit because we're talking about comedy as far as the comedic segments, right? Remember, this is 2020. Maybe that's why Otis won, because he is considered a comedic relief with everything that was going on in the world in 2020. You know, why not? Maybe that's why, you know, Alpha Academy now is coming back. They're trying to get their chances. They just might win the tag team championship. I don't know. I think they just might win because, well, you know, March is coming up. Somebody's finna have a baby soon. So, you know, they can't have the tag team championships if they're not there, right?
True.
So
they shouldn't have them if they're not there.
They're not there. So I feel like if Alpha Academy does win, plus everything everything else that's going on in America and everything else that's going on in the world, I feel like this is that moment where we need a little more we need some happiness. We need to laugh and smile and enjoy things.
Can you see somebody like R-Truth becoming, I'm asking you guys this in the chat as well too. I'm going to go ahead and give the chat some love. Jess, I'm asking you this as well too. I'm going to run through a couple names. Can you see R-Truth being a world champion in his current state right now?
You say a world champion. This is SmackDown. Okay.
Can he
the SmackDown belt? Ooh.
Can he be the Universal Undisputed Heavyweight Champion? Not the World Heavyweight Championship. Nobody really cares about that.
You talking about QB1?
Can he be QB1?
Maybe a little, like, I think for as far as R-Truth, his moment for that was when he was over there pandering with the Judgment Day.
I think his moment for that was when they released, when the accidental release miscommunication thing, and then he came back and cut the dreads. That was the moment.
Yeah, that was a moment right there where we could have had, a lot of us was saying that. We was like, so, in which I'm like, Triple H, how much power do you really have as the head of creatives? How much power do you really have? Because we're all watching Unreal. If you're not watching Unreal, then I don't know what to tell you. He literally looked at him and it's like, okay, he cuts his dreads, you do that, now what? Now what? He even asked, okay, so now what? We just, us as just people, as fans, we just gave about 5 different things he could have done. 5. So maybe, as I've been saying for the last couple of months, maybe Triple H needs to fire the entire creative team and start new. Just clean the board. Clean the board, start new, start fresh, get some new eyes in there, somebody with some creative intelligence, not some 45, 50-year-olds or who are still living in the delusion of the Attitude Era.
Damn, Jess, I feel hurt by what you said.
I don't mean to hurt y'all. I mean, I really don't. I'm not saying, I love you, but I'm sorry. Your generation is in a delusional state right now. I love you, Trish, and no offense to Gen X. I don't. No offense to Gen X, but y'all really have to grow up. You got to grow up. Every time I'm on social media, I'm arguing. Well, not arguing. I'm having a very heated discussion with people that always want to talk about the Attitude Era and will not give this era a chance. That doesn't make sense.
My generation.
I said Gen X.
My generation, no, Jess?
For everybody in they people in the 40s. I'm sorry.
I just hit 40.
You're still Gen X. I'm sorry. That's just, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I don't see R-Truth becoming the world champion. Not right now. I barely see him becoming the Continental champion.
Right, not no more. He missed this opportunity 2 years ago.
What about Otis?
I think he's a mid-carder.
I think that Otis. I think Otis can, because we don't see him enough.
Yeah, but when he was over there at AAA, I saw him over there doing stuff over there at AAA and stuff like that. I was like, bro, you're good. You're really good. And I was like, dang, they don't really give you no type of chances right now. Or again, nobody's really using their noodles, which is another thing. I think people in the creators be watching us on social media, and that's how they be coming up with these stories. Because I'm like, your old ass ain't thinking this whole story by yourself. You went on social media, you saw myself, Jesty Yapton, or my boy, not Nick, or another one, wrestling. I can't think of his name right now. Shout outs to all those people in the wrestling threads community the ones that hold it down, the Gabbies, who else I'm thinking of? Girl, I can't think of her name right now.
You talking about Felicia? That's my girl, Felicia.
Yeah, holding it down, man. We hold it down on social media, and I feel like they be taking our ideas.
Stu says that Vince had buyer's remorse with Otis winning, which is why he but put the case on the Miz. So there you go. Your boy Jess, the Miz, took the case off of Otis. That's
what villains do. That's what heels do. I'm just saying that's what heels do. And that's another thing about the Miz. When things we can't think of nothing, he drives a story. He makes one. You ever notice that? When we can't even think of nothing, like all day. Like this is every week. And I don't know if y'all gonna agree with me. There's a difference between, Raw is coming on. I can't wait to see what's going on, right? Versus, SmackDown.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, Jess. And this might come as a shock to you, because we are talking about characters that that are lost in limbo, and we're using Kit Wilson as the subject here. I watched a match on SmackDown on Friday, and I said, maybe she's right. Maria, give us a second, Maria. Maria, watch The Miz versus Carmelo Hayes.
Child.
After watching that match, there was one of my favorite matches as a kid that I remember. It was, golly, now I forgot the match. It was Booker T versus Chris Benoit, the best of 7 for the WCW United States Championship.
Okay.
I will pay money for a best of 7 championship match between Carmelo Hayes and The Miz. WWE, if you're listening, I want to see that, because after I seen what The Miz was able to do, and I'm getting goosebumps, after I saw what The Miz was able to do in the ring with Carmelo Hayes,
young as Carmelo Hayes,
I'm saying
as young. Like we're watching all of our favorites getting retired out, missing a step by 2.3 seconds. The Miz hasn't stopped yet. The Miz hasn't missed a step yet. No, I haven't. Has anybody seen the Miz botch accidentally, not purposely?
I'm sure botches happen all the time. We just don't catch them.
All the time, but I'm talking about, right, but we know Miz's character. If it's a botch, it's because, well, he probably made that botch happen.
Right.
But I'm talking about, stuff that we have seen in the past where we're like, oh, shit, y'all kind of messed up that step there. I haven't seen the Miz mess up a step yet.
I need for you guys all watching to go ahead and share this out. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm rebranding the entire channel to the 830 Wrestling Network. Halfway there. Just look over Jess's head. It's halfway there to being the 830 Wrestling Network. If you look on social media, it's there. Right? The handles are still Tristan Law Show. But this is changing. It's bigger than me because, Jess is a mind on the show. You guys watching are a mind on the show. And I think that by you guys sharing this on social media, telling your coworkers, hey, I watched this wrestling show. You might not be able to catch it live, but watch them. They give us all the opportunity to participate, and we're a part of the show. We are only, I'm doing the math in my head quickly, 138 subscribers away from the first 1,000.
Wow, guys, that's wonderful.
I remember
wonderful.
In season 3 when I started this and started going live, only live, there was only 42 people here. And I was talking to myself. There was no Jess. There was no polish and pizzazz like we have now on the show. There was no me sitting in front of the iPad. That was me sitting at the kitchen table with my MacBook trying to make this show work. Now I got lights. I'm sweating. I got 3 screens. I got lights everywhere. I got the mouse, all that. So yeah, so share this. But we're talking about people like Kit Wilson, right? Kit Wilson, he's, I can't believe I'm going to admit this.
Say it.
Kit Wilson is
This is a safe space.
You think it's safe? I won't be judged?
I don't well, what am I going to judge you for? I'm a fan.
Okay.
So what am I judge you for?
I think Kit Wilson is over.
How? Oh, wait. What do you mean by over?
I'm glad you asked. I'm Tristan, semi-retired pro wrestler, and that's Jess. Jess is the fan. So when we say that somebody's over, that means that they're popular.
Got you.
So you're like, yo, that guy's over. So like right now, with 800 and some odd subscribers, Jess, working our way to 1,000, I can say that right now that we're over. So Kit Wilson.
Okay, I got you.
Kit Wilson is over.
Okay.
But over doesn't mean being elevated.
I mean, like I said, we got to give the man a chance. Give the man a chance. Because that's why I was like, okay. I was one of those who was hoping that Kit Wilson was going to be in a Royal Rumble. That was me. But then he comes back and says, why would y'all think that? Why would you think I'm in the Royal Rumble? I am too pretty for that. Like, hello? Like, what are we doing? It feels that's the character, the flamboyancy, the bougie boy. The bougie boy. We all have the bougie lady who, doesn't do certain things, who don't like certain things. We have the bougie bullies, do we not? They're pretty, they're gorgeous, they're bullies. They don't do too much. They don't like, they don't like people touching them and stuff like that. Why not have it in a male version named Kit Wilson? I love this. And I feel like I want maybe 2 more. I want 2 more characters. Just like that.
I've never seen this name before, but it's Locula fan 4965. What's going on?
Hi, newbie.
You said that his song, I think we're talking about, not Oberfemi, I think he's talking about Kit Wilson, says his song is over, not himself. As soon as the bell rings, crickets.
So we're back to the Jey Uso problems, huh? Just saying. All I'm saying is that that's how Jey Uso got pushed over more through the roof. And that's how it all starts. It all starts with a catchy tune to get them going. Y'all gonna, again, wait a minute, what did I say? Y'all gonna hate him all the way up to the top? Watch what I tell you. All he has to do, look, here we go. I already have a vision for him. All he has to do is get one of them coats like Trick Williams got Walk out there with a few little pretty joints, maybe
Ooh, with some garlic parm steppers.
garlic parm steppers
Instead of lemon pepper steppers, let me get that
saying?
garlic parm because I'm a garlic parm kind of guy.
And then all of a sudden, boom, you get the Trick Williams theme song, and then he's saying, "No, no, no, you're toxic." Come on, man. Oh my God, man, WWE, Hunter, bruh. Man, if you gonna pay me, bruh, you better pay me good. That's all I'm saying. Pay me good.
Devin ND19, what's up, Devin?
What's up? What's up?
Devin
We got
says
9 new people coming in, man. This is what's up.
No, I've seen Devin. I think last week. Devin's new, but I've seen Devin last week. Devin said, "So you're saying
some of you guys must not be here when I'm not here."
Well, they know who the hell you are now. They know who the hell you is. Devin says, "So you're saying that R-Truth had to cut the comedy in order to become that champion?"
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind him turning heel. I mean, like I said, I liked him as R-Truth, the guy who infiltrated the Judgment Day and had his little moment as the comedic person. You know, I enjoyed it, but yeah, it could have been better. So what's up? You clearly read something.
From Hot Take Maria.
Okay.
Maria said, "Jess." Okay, I'm gonna read this with the most attitude possible because I don't think she probably meant it this way, but I'm gonna make it this way. Here you go. Maria says, "Jess, I know that you're not trying to say that your generation is not delusional." And she put LOLs in the end, but forget the LOLs. She me, "Jess, I know you're not trying to say that your generation is not delusional."
The millennials have been controlling everything for a while. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know the millennials are running things right now. This is why we got what we got. You really think
I'm a millennial
if there wasn't a millennial brain somewhere, you think this would be on Netflix? No. Y'all would be still trying to battle it out for a space over there at Sci-Fi.
I'm a millennial too. What year were you born?
1992.
I'm a millennial too. Millennials from or Generation Y. We were born between 81 to 96.
Oh, it's 91.
Thank 81. You. Put some respect on us.
All right.
Put some respect on us.
All right. So 81. So I'm still talking about Gen X. So
oral. Wait, let me not. Oh, wait. Be careful. Be careful.
All right, come on, pull it together, my brother.
Okay, hold on. Orcular fan 4695.
Orcular fan. Okay.
I got to Google to see what that means. Comes back and says, Kit Wilson is the reawakening of Fandango.
Ooh, I love that.
I don't.
Why?
Because Fandango's claim to fame is that he wrestled at WrestleMania 23 and that was it. He just retired too, by the way.
I did. I read that. It was one of those ones that I skipped through, but I did read that. I like it though.
I think that WWE still hasn't cracked the flamboyant male characters outside of the nostalgia. Like WWE, they promote diversity, but they struggle with execution. Right? Ooh. WWE has characters that don't fit the default tough guy, tough girl mold, and then they get softened. Kit Wilson, his confidence is treated as an aesthetic, not a threat. In order for you to be somebody, to be that champion, I personally feel that you have to be somebody who is a threat. You have to put the championship in danger. And like Obafemi, when you see Obafemi in the ring, you go, you know what, that other person is in danger, regardless of who it is. When you see him in the ring with Brock Lesnar, which I would not be surprised if that's something that we get at WrestleMania, you're looking at that, you go, you know what? That's going to be like two Mack trucks hitting each other. I think that this is not about changing who he being Kit Wilson is. It's about letting that energy have some consequences.
I disagree. I think I go for the opposite because there are people like yourself that just said that think because he looks like that, sounds like that, and does in his character and the mannerisms, it's not a threat. Lo and behold, we've seen him with Pretty Deadly. We know what Kit Williams is capable of. So I feel like the more y'all keep picking with him, all that, all that flamboyancy, all that, all of that is going to go out the door. The non-traditional masculinity is going to go out the door. And whoever he decides, just hope it ain't Obafemi again. And he's going to win. Just probably not Obafemi.
Stu says that Triple H loves his bad ASS characters. I find it hard to believe that he'll give Kit anything other than a tag title win when Elton comes back, but I'm okay with being wrong.
Say that last sentence.
I'll read the whole thing again. Stu says that Triple H loves his badass characters. Damn, I said it. I find it hard to believe he'll give Kit anything other than a tag title win when Elton, his tag partner, comes back, but he's okay with being wrong.
I mean, I get what you're saying, Stu. I truly do. But remember, sometimes they really do they do listen to us sometimes. If you have ever noticed, they don't listen to us all the time. But when we're looking for a certain push, when the fans, us as fans, are showing you or telling you what pop we really want, they listen. And so far, the pops have been coming for Trick Williams, Obafemi, and Kit Wilson. And Lash Legend. Love you, girl.
Trick Wilson, all of them, they're that guy. Let me tell you how, if I was fixing Trick Wilson, I have an idea of how I would fix Trick Wilson. If you were going to fix Trick Wilson, right? And you're not saying that he's broken. I'm saying that he's on a path to be broken. So what I'm asking you and everybody else is, what is Kit Wilson's path to becoming that guy?
Oh, okay. So I guess it'll just go back to reiterating what I was saying. Is taking down a mid-carder, taking somebody down like Matt Cardona or Trick Williams. Who else is over there that's a big boy? I was like, I wanted to say Randy Orton, but I was like, oh.
That's a tall tree to bark. No. That's a tall tree.
I was like, huh?
That's a tall tree to bark up.
That's a tall tree to bark up, but that would be a nice Drew thing. Nice, about to say maybe Drew McIntyre, because SmackDown is kind of ran on, I don't want to say toxic masculinity at all, but more so, I'm going to say ruffians, if I may. The rowdy rough boys.
What if Drew McIntyre loses the championship at WrestleMania? Walk me for a second. Okay. And I hope it's to not Cody Rhodes, but it's a whole separate conversation. What if Drew McIntyre loses the championship at WrestleMania and Kit Wilson is seen laughing, and Drew's like, oh, so you want to laugh? Let's go to the ring. Mm-hmm. And what happens is that Drew McIntyre is so caught up in his emotion that he allows himself to slip the same exact way that he got cashed in on with the Money in the Bank.
I never forget that night.
And that same exact emotion, him being caught up in his emotional bag, he loses to Kit Wilson, and then him and Kit Wilson start a little story from there. I think that Kit Wilson barely winning, that would be huge for him. That'd be the feather that he puts in his hat. Remember, like Al Bundy? Al Bundy said, I scored 6 touchdowns in a game. That would be Kit Wilson's claim to fame.
That's what worked for Maxine. It worked. I mean, why not?
True.
That story worked for Maxine Dupree. So why not? Or, like I said, if you're going to keep him as a mid-carder, put him over, let him get it. I feel like I want to see him try it with Carmelo. If we want to see something, we want to see him do actual wrestling, see what he can do, put him in there with Carmelo. Or Dragon. Either both.
Orkula fan. I'm going to call him OF. All right, OF4695 says, can we at least get the young talent revved up their engines before we think about Kit Wilson? He's talking about people like Braun Breaker, Austin Theory, Carmelo Hayes, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu.
Well, let's go ahead and get rid of Austin Theory. He's not new.
But he's on the on-ramp, the entrance ramp on the highway, and he's ramping up. I'm telling you, there's more to him than what we're seeing with the Shield. I argued with somebody yesterday, and that person was trying to tell me, "Oh, well, it's not Austin Theory. Why would it be Austin Theory?" I said, "Why would it not be Austin Theory? Why do you think that it is Seth Rollins?" But it's a conversation for another day.
Oh, we're talking about the Masked Man right now.
That's correct.
Currently.
That's correct.
Ah.
Looking at the poll, does comedy hold wrestlers back? Right now, 60% of the audience says no if it's booked right. 30% says yes, it creates a ceiling. And 10% only for certain characters.
It only has a ceiling if they allow it to. If you're not like versatile, if you don't know how to code switch it on, switch it off, just be a wrestler, be that character, be a character, then yeah, it's going to make you as the creative made that ceiling. Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
Just got an update from Stu. Thanks, Stu. Yo, let me tell you, Stu's working. I promise that when this thing blows up, there's going to be roles here for people, and Stu's probably going to be like the fact checker, the statistician, and everything. He just said that Braun Breaker is injured. I didn't know that. He said that I'm looking at Is that
why? What? Okay.
He injured himself last week on Raw. This is from Sports Illustrated. He's going to miss several weeks of action after undergoing surgery to repair a hernia.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, man. Which probably was caught during Royal Rumble. If you think about it, I was like, okay, that's one thing about WWE I can appreciate. When Sugar Honey Iced Tea hits the fan, they run with it. They figure it out. This is why Chelsea Green is so great. You figure it out. Like he probably was supposed to win the Royal Rumble. Probably was, but you can't control injuries, just like you can't control the weather.
No, he'll be back in time for WrestleMania. Hernia surgery usually takes 4 to 6 weeks for full recovery. And 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks drops him at the end of March. So yeah, he's still got time. He could still be in WrestleMania. He could probably be there like in spirit and whatnot, but he still got time. He's still got time.
And in my vision, before you give your final thoughts, I do have a vision for the vision, since we have Brock Lesnar, our boy Braun. He's about to go on surgery. So we have that, right? Let's say it is Seth Rollins. Let's just say it is Seth Rollins. And then we find out about Austin Theory being a spy. And again, Paul Heyman is very wishy-washy, because as soon as Braun Breaker got put out of the Royal Rumble, who is he walking out with? Brock Lesnar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like the Vision or whoever else is left, they probably are figuring out that Paul Heyman's a snake.
Mm-hmm.
He's a snake. And then when Seth does come back, he's going to have his own, like you said, the Shield. We have the Vision, and then we have the Shield again. And now Seth Rollins got Austin Theory. He's got Braun Breaker. And then maybe somebody else who's been burned by Paul Heyman. Who else? Roman. The one day Roman and him might squash it to take down CM Punk. And then maybe get that, what's his name, Dean Ambrose. I heard there was a fly flying around that he might come back for like a quick run. Who knows?
I don't see Dean Ambrose coming back. Just to wrap this up real quick then.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to give the chat a little bit of love.
Yes. Oh, while you're reading up on those, shout outs to the chat, you guys. Shout outs to the chat.
Definitely shout out to them. Devin ND19 says, you mean WWE's Daniel Garcia? Stu says that Breaker's out injured. Maria says, I agree 100%. Breaker, Obafemi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans are way ahead of Trash Wilson.
I will say Javon.
Chris says that he feels great tuning in. We appreciate you being here.
That's a fun, you know what, y'all, why he's reading on that? That's a fun match. Javon Evans versus Kit Wilson. That'll be fun. Yeah, but go ahead.
For Javon Evans to beat him. Devin Endy
no,
says
I didn't say beat him. I just said that would be a fun match.
I think he should get beat. I'm a heel. Devin ND19 says Masked Man was Johnny Gargano, Austin Theory, a plant from the inside. Y'all making me feel like we should do a whole entire episode to where we try to figure out who the Masked Man is. That's going to be fun. Maybe we should do that.
Well, that will be fun, unless that Masked Man comes out tonight Then what?
Then what? Yeah,
We're
right?
gonna be like, oh,
Then what?
whoops.
John Moxley's the masked man, says Chris. Stu says he made a short about it this morning. Hey, make sure you guys go check out Stu. STEWSVEWWS. Stu's always there dropping his view. He drops
I enjoyed the mask.
Yeah.
I want to see who's behind the mask.
You know, I don't want to see who's behind the mask. I want Stu to keep his gimmick intact.
I want to take a peek.
Yeah, make sure you guys go over to Stu's channel and give him a like.
Hit him. Who's that Pokemon?
And give him a subscribe. Let's see. Or OF says that Braun is basically going to be back less than 2 weeks before Mania. Devin says reforming NXT is the way, but with Seth in charge. My theory for all the masked man stuff. Stu says Mox ain't coming back. OF says, Jess, that was way too much fantasy booking.
Listen, my fantasy booking sometimes come a reality out of nowhere.
Maria says, let's say goodbye to Big E. He's officially retired Saturday afternoon. Big E, thank you for your service. Thank you.
Thank you for your service. Thank you.
Maria says Seth is under the mask. We are going to argue that. If not this week, next week. We're going to argue that.
Shout outs to Big E being retired, but I think highly likely he just might end up being the new GM and over at NXT.
OF says that the masked man is Grayson Waller, but they're going to reveal it to be Seth Rollins. And Stu says a handsome man. LOL.
What did he say?
Behind the mask, it's a handsome man. I wouldn't know, Jess. That's for you to figure out.
I mean, the Grayson Waller and Austin Theory thing would be.
No, he's talking about behind his mask. I think he's talking about behind his mask.
Oh, okay. No, because I was like, you brought up Grayson Waller. I was like, dang, light bulb. They were a tag team that just didn't work out, right?
Right. Hey, you know what? Maybe. You know what? That's going to be a whole episode on Wednesday. We are going to be. What am I discussing on Wednesday? Episode 3, Season 2 of WWE Unreal. So make sure you guys watch it. You have between now and Wednesday to watch it because we are going to talk about it. I'm not sure if there's going to be a show on Friday. I got something to do on Friday. Might do one Saturday. Life is getting busy. Look, I'm making some big moves here, Jess. I'm trying to make a career change as well, too. And with that said, things are going to be changing. So I've been doing a lot of working out and riding my bike and exercising in the house. And while I'm riding the bike, I'm watching wrestling.
I mean, hey, you do what you do.
No, it's dangerous.
I do my weightlifting. Hey, I do my weightlifting all the time, watching the Olympics.
No, it's okay. It's dangerous for me to watch wrestling while I work out.
Oh.
Because it makes me want to do it again.
Put it on mute. And then turn on some opera.
Jess, I'll finish with this.
I'm just saying.
Kit Wilson isn't asking WWE to understand him. They built him. They know who he is. They know what he is. They've seen it work. So this isn't about talent. It's about trust. The gap between being over and being advanced. Between letting a character entertain and letting that character matter. Because sometimes the hardest thing for WWE isn't creating talent. It's committing to where that talent can go once the audience responds. And Kit Wilson, he's standing right in that gap. If Kit Wilson can't break through with this much clarity, the real question is, who can? Well, that was another episode of the Tristan Law Show. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm Tristan Law. She's Jess the Captain. Make sure you guys give us a follow on social media. I'll be back on Wednesday at noon to talk about Season 2, Episode 3 of WWE Unreal. If you like what we did today, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and don't make us be your little dirty secret. Once again, I'm Tristan Law. She's Jess the Captain, and we'll see you next time.
Flashing red lights, driving it.